in terms of pronunciation, Croatian might be one of the easiest languages in the world. So what you all will be needing is pen and paper to write down some examples that I might have, and a drink or a snack. I just have water in a bottle here, and motivation, the most important thing of all. Also, if somebody has to use the bathroom, he can go ahead or she can go ahead and use it now. Okay. Before we get started here, this is just an introduction of who I am and what today's session is going to entail. So the agenda for today, number one, we're going to find out who I am, the lesson, Croatian alphabet, pronunciation, and we're going to have some examples. And for those who stick with me till the end, there's going to be a special gift for you all. I have a special gift. What will it be? Well, we're just going to have to wait till the end. But first, we have a session to hold. Otherwise, nice to meet you all. My name is Mirsad Sulejmanovic. I am 29 years old. I love languages and linguistics. I have a background in languages and linguistics, and I am a tutor with 3 years of experience. I started here online on Fiverr as a sort of a freelance tutor. I noticed there was a crazy amount of, it shocked me, just a crazy amount of people wanting to learn the Croatian language. So I thought, why don't I teach Croatian to the masses? And hence I started Croatian with Mirsad, and here we are today. So otherwise, yeah, 29 years old, but I still look pretty good, don't I? Anyways, enough of that. The lesson for today will be, like I said, Croatian alphabet, Croatian pronunciation, and yeah, thank you very much, James. I know. All right. Anyway, enough silliness. We are starting the lesson. So everybody, pay close attention. We are starting with Hrvatska abeceda, also known as Gajica, but really abeceda works. So the Croatian alphabet, or Hrvatska abeceda. Okay? And the Croatian alphabet is made up of 30 letters in total. So like English has 26 letters, in Croatian there's a few more extra letters here. As we'll notice, there are some special letters, some letters that are missing, as a matter of fact. Letters, or slova, that's how we say letters in Croatian, slova. 30 letters. 25 are consonants, otherwise known as suglasnici in Croatian. Sometimes you'll come across this word as well, konsonanti. That also just means consonants in Croatian. So you can say suglasnici or konsonanti, both work. Konsonanti sounds much closer to consonants. So whichever way works for you, both work. So these are all the letters these are all the consonants of the Croatian language. We'll notice some peculiar letters there, and I will explain that in just a moment. But otherwise, besides the consonants, there are 5 vowels, or samoglasnici. A, E, I, O, U. And sometimes R. Yeah. In English, it's A, E, I, O, U. And sometimes Y. In Croatian, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes R. You'll notice in Croatian a lot of words seemingly don't have a vowel, but they technically do, because R can act as the vowel. For some who don't know, some words such as smrt, vrt, yeah, they don't have a vowel whatsoever. No, A, E, I, O, U, but they do have an R, which sometimes acts as a vowel. So vowels, or samoglasnici, or vocali, both work. Okay, both mean vowels in Croatian. Vocali kind of has, it starts with a V, so maybe it's easier for people to remember. Either way works. Once again, if you all are having problems or issues with streaming the webinar, do try reloading or refreshing. So, okay. Moving on here, we have some special letters. So we did see some usual letters that are peculiar in many European languages, like G's and B's and T's. But then we have this, as we see here, some special letters in the Croatian alphabet. Those are ch, j, j, l, n, sh, and zh. Okay, these are special letters. They're pronounced peculiarly. Okay. But before we carry on here, I actually have a question for you all. I'm going to run a poll here. There's going to be a question with 4 different answers. You have to select the correct answer. All right. So I'm going to start a poll here and go. The question is, Croatian vowels consists of A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes what? Also, do you all see the poll? There should be a poll that you all can just to make sure you all are paying attention. I just mentioned it beforehand, just to make sure like everybody is on the same page here. A E I O U and Croatian vowels. Okay, the Croatian language. A E I O U and sometimes what? Which consonant? I gave it away. It's a consonant. I will go ahead and say letters such as W, Y, and X. Okay, we're back. I think I just crashed again. It's actually insane. Is everything still working? Chat still working? This is the second time I've crashed. This has not been. I need to check my internet. No, my internet is completely fine. I do have like some of the best internet you can get around here, so that shouldn't be an issue. If you all notice that I'm cutting out, it might be because I'm crashing. It says like, "Oops, error." I have to reload and everything. But okay, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know why that's happening. So I kind of gave away the answer. W, X, and Y don't exist in the Croatian language. So the only answer is, yeah. Yeah, that was just to make sure you all were paying close attention. The correct answer is C, R. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes R in the Croatian language. All right. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. God, I don't like it when that happens. Like I'm explaining something and I'm in the thick of it, and all of a sudden, bloop. Oh, what happened to my Dalmatian background? Hang on. There we go. Actually, hopefully that's not the reason like this thing is crashing. I just kind of like have like an interesting background just for the heck of it. Yeah, the correct answer is R. Good job. Okay. So these are some special letters that will need probably some extra explaining. But of these special letters, we'll notice three even more peculiar letters. Those would be J, Y, and N. These three that we see here, the J, Y, and N, these are what are known as digraphs. Much like in the English language, where PH makes a F sound. These are made up of two different letters, but they technically count as one letter in Croatian. So J, Y, and N. Okay, these are technically one letters. These are known as digraphs in Croatian. And they're made up of two letters, but they're technically one letter. So let's start off with the first letter of the Croatian language, and that is Slovo A. Notice how I'm pronouncing it, A. It can be longer or shorter depending on the word. That's just something you'll have to know by heart. Sometimes in Croatian, it could be A or A. So A, A. Okay. I will say now, when it comes to Croatian pronunciation, why I said it was so easy, you read how you write how you read. That's it. There are no special examples like if you have, for, I don't know, example in the Italian language where you have a GLI, but it makes a Y sound. Or like I said in English where you have a GH sound, sometimes it makes an F sound, sometimes an H sound. Those sort of things don't exist in the Croatian language. A G is always G, B is always B. No exceptions. The only exceptions would be vowels, which can sometimes be longer or shorter, depending on the word, also depending on the dialect. Some people have different dialects around here. So A or A can be longer, can be shorter. Let's take a look at two examples I have here. First example, ananas. Ananas, meaning pineapple. Ananas. Like I said, can be longer or can be shorter. Ananas. So ananas. Notice the shorter vowels and the longer one. I love using this one as an example for A. Because not all the A's sound the same. Listen again. Ananas. Not all the A's sound the same. Sometimes they're longer or shorter. There's no way to know for certain in the Croatian language. So that's just something you'll have to get used to. That's the only part like that's a little tricky when it comes to Croatian, knowing whether or not the vowel is longer or shorter. There are no special indications over the vowel to know if it's longer or shorter. You'll just have to know by heart. And that's just the way it is, I guess. Okay, let me just make sure everything's going good here. All right, good. And then we have autobus. Autobus, meaning bus. Autobus. Sometimes in Croatian you'll just hear bus, said informally or slang, but formally at least it's autobus. Notice how I'm pronouncing in Croatian. I'm reading every single letter. Okay? There are no special examples, like I said, in French, for example, where you don't read a whole bunch of letters. In Croatian, you read every letter individually, no exceptions. The only exception being sometimes the vowels are longer and shorter. Like I said, that's the only thing you'll have to get used to. Okay. By the way, there will be most likely connection problems. Like I said, if you have connection problems, you're gonna maybe have to reload. But yeah, Mohammed, there will be one. Okay. And anyway, like I said, ananas, autobus. You read each letter individually, smash them together, and that's how you read Croatian. That's it. Okay? And if you're having trouble pronouncing something in Croatian, try enunciating it. So we're going to divide it up into sections. So ananas, ananas. Read each syllable individually. Ananas. Autobus, autobus. Okay? All right. Moving on here. So that was the first letter. Moving on to slovo B. B. That's how you read the B letter. Much like in any other language, it's B. Always will be B. So you pronounce it as B, always. Okay? No exceptions. And let's take a look at some examples here. So we have bure, bure, meaning barrel, or ballon, meaning balloon. Notice the B sound in English, balloon, barrel, bure, ballon. It's the same sound, okay? And it's always the same sound, no exception. Once again, notice how I'm reading each letter individually. Bure, ballon. Bure, ballon. Okay, and that's it. Once you know how to pronounce each letter in the Croatian language individually, that's basically it. You know how to pronounce the language. Simple as that. Pronunciation is very, very simple in the Croatian language. This is not like French where it's absolutely hell on earth. Okay, Croatian, it's pretty chill when it comes to pronunciation. So that's the good news when it comes to Croatian language. Pronunciation, simple. Bure, balo. There you go. Moving along here, we have slovo c. Listen up. C. It's not read as k. Okay, it's c. So it's read like the TS sound makes in words such as bats, rats, vets, like in the English language. See the TS sound? Bats, rats, vets. That's the sound we're looking for when we pronounce the C letter in Croatian. It's c. Okay, so bats, rats, vets, c, c, c. That's what you're looking for. It's never read as a k. Only the Croatian K is read as a k. The c is always c. K always k. C always c. Okay. I know people confuse that one due to the English language. Sometimes C is read as a k. But in Croatian, it's c always. All right. Let's take a look at some examples here. So we have cipele. Cipele for shoes. Cipele. Or cigla. Cigla for brick. Cipele, cigla. Just like that. Notice the t sound. That's it. That's what you're looking for. Cipele, cigla. Simple, isn't it? Okay. Simple as that. Cipele, cigla, shoes, brick. There you go. It's always read as a t, no matter what. Any configuration of letters, it doesn't matter. The ts is always ts in Croatian. All right. I guess the only, if you're actually trying to like pronounce foreign words like Facebook, we would say Facebook. Okay. And we'd leave it the same, Facebook, Facebook. But we'd read it as Facebook, in Croatian. All right. Cipele, cigla. If you're having issues pronouncing the C sound in Croatian, just remember once again, probably a lot of you guys will know English. Read words such as bats or rats or vets again. And you want to isolate that last sound, the sound that the TS makes. Bats, rats, vets. Sorry, I just crashed again. It happened again. It's like happening so much. I do apologize for this. Just so many. I don't know what's happening really. Can I just check? Okay, we'll just have to hold the webinar like this then, unfortunately. I'm just going to be crashing a lot. So like I said, if you're having problems pronouncing the C in Croatian, once again, remember these words: bats, rats, vets. Isolate that sound, and that's the C sound in Croatian. So in words such as cipele, cigla. All right. I know a lot of times people mistake it for a K sound. No, it's always ts. All right. Moving on. This is our first special letter in Croatian. This is the Croatian hard ch sound. Ch. It's fairly simple because this is the same sound that many English words make, such as words in church, torch, porch. Hear that CH sound? Church, torch, porch. That's the sound you're looking for when it comes to the Croatian ch, hard ch. There's also a soft ch. We'll get into that in a bit, but this is the hard ch. So church, torch, porch. All right. I'm aware that in English, the CH sound isn't always read as a ch, like words in chasm, but in the majority of cases in English, you would read the CH sound as ch, and that's the sound we're looking for when it comes to the hard ch. All right. Let's take a look at some examples here. Čarape. Čarape, meaning socks. Or čizme. Čizme, meaning boots. So socks and boots. Čarape, čizme. Okay, so just imagine if you're having trouble. You shouldn't be having trouble pronouncing this one. Just imagine a CH in English. So čarape, čizme, that hard ch sound. Okay. So there is a hard ch. This is the ch that has like the upside down chevron over it. This is technically known as a Karen, by the way. Fun fact. But when you see this upside down chevron over a C in Croatian, this is the hard ch. So much like in words as, like I said, torch, porch, etc. Čarape, čizme, hard ch sound. However, that would be very easy. However, Croatia likes to complicate things a little bit. And we have a soft ch. So we had a hard ch. This is a soft ch. As far as I know, Croatian, I guess Bosnian and Serbian are the only languages that have such a thing in their language. We have a hard ch and a soft ch. We have hard consonants and soft consonants. Let your mind wrap itself around that one. So hard ch, this is the soft ch. So if you want to say the hard ch, we're going to take our tongues and put it to the top of our palate. The palate is the roof of your mouth. So ch, ch. So tongue, top of the mouth, ch. If you want to say the soft ch, try to keep the tongue away from your mouth. So to the bottom of your mouth, I guess. Ch, ch, and ch. The differences are very, very nuanced. I am aware. Okay. So if you are a beginner and you're having troubles differentiating a hard ch or a soft ch, I would say don't worry about it. Okay. If you're trying to become more advanced in the Croatian language, then maybe try to actually learn proper pronunciation of the ch and ch. But if you're a beginner, I'd say don't worry about it for now. This might, I know, confuse a lot of people, or the hard ch and the soft ch. And as we'll see, there's more than one example of this. Now, the proper pronunciation of the soft ch doesn't really exist in the English language, so I can't give you an example here, and I'll try my best. There are a few examples, let's say in a British accent. So in an American accent, you'd read this as "let us tune in," while in England they would read this as "let us tune in." Let us tune in. So they kind of have like that soft ch sound. That's the best example I can give. There isn't a true, like, some people say the word children in English has a soft ch. I disagree. It doesn't sound like a soft ch. It doesn't matter. Even Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, they all have the exact same alphabet, and they all read basically exactly the same. Well, with different accents. But yeah, Croatians, Bosnians, Serbians, exactly the same alphabet. They have a hard ch and a soft ch. So it doesn't matter. This applies to Bosnian and Serbian at the same time. And let's take a look at some examples here. There aren't too many examples in Croatian of words that start with the soft ch, but there are two examples I have right here. So we have cevapi, cevapi. Okay, these are well-known food around here in the Balkans, cevapi. Especially if you go to Sarajevo, they make some good cevapi. It's like a type of kebab that they serve around the Balkans, all right? And it starts with the soft ch. So I didn't say cevapi. Notice cevapi, cevapi, softer. It's very nuanced, and I'm aware that it's like hardly noticeable, but it exists regardless. Then we have chilim, chilim, meaning rug. This is a specific type of rug called a kilim, but I just put rug here. So chilim, rug, chilim, not chilim, chilim. Yeah, it's pretty nuanced. Like I said, if you're a beginner, don't worry about it. So even if you see a hard chill with a chevron over it, or a soft chill with just like the tilde over it, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, tilde over it, like this little line over it. Okay, that's the soft ch. I say don't worry about it. Just read it as ch for now. Okay. Book, Elizabeth. There are some people coming in as we speak. So cevapi, chilim. All right. So hard ch, soft ch. Okay, moving on here, we have d. Slovo d. Dobar večer. Slovo d. And it's always read as a d sound. So we have an uppercase and a lowercase. It's read like the D, like in many English words, such as, I don't know, deck or destroy. It's the same D sound. So not too big of an issue here. So we have dvogled, dvogled, binoculars, dvogled, binoculars. And we have dom, dom, meaning home, dom. Dvogled, dom. I hold these classes sporadically, not every day. No. Dvogled, dom. Okay. So the, and it's always the, just like that. Dvogled, dom. That's it. That's how you read the D sound. Now, before we carry on here, there's going to be some more examples of a hard and soft consonant. But before we carry on, I actually want to make sure we're on the same page yet again. So I'm going to run another poll here. Okay, there it is. This letter is known as a hard consonant in Croatian. True or false? What is the letter you see here? Is this a hard ch or a soft ch? Take a look at it. What's over its head, I guess. So we have the C, and what's over it? Is it the chevron? Is it the tilde? Which one's the hard one? Which one's the soft one? Interesting poll answers. Take a look at what's over the C. Is it a ch or ch? Hard or soft? Is this hard? Or is this soft? Interesting. The poll answers are quite interesting. Hang on, I'll go ahead and end the poll here, but the answer is false. This is a soft ch. So Ranjita got that correct. The hard ch is the one with the like chevron above its head. Or Karen, that's technically what it's called. Soft, correct. Dvogled is hard. No. There are only two examples of hard and soft consonants, as I'll explain. So we saw the hard ch and soft ch. We're about to get into the, here we go, hard j, and there's going to be a soft j. J and j. All right. These are the only two consonants that are hard or soft. Okay. So there isn't a hard D sound. D is always D. Every other consonant is just itself. There is no hard or soft version. It's only the ch and ch, j, which we're looking at right here, and j. Okay? Okay. Just to make sure you all... did I end the poll? Okay, there we go. Just to make sure everything's okay. Having crashed. That's very good. All right. And this is our first digraph in the Croatian language. Those are two letters that make up one letter. So what we're looking at here is not two letters. It's technically one letter. It's treated as one letter, okay? And this j, if you're hearing it, j, is read exactly the same as the J sound in English. So we have jungle. Hear that? Jet. Jade. That's the hard j sound that we're looking for. Okay, let's take a look at some examples here. So we have jep, jep, packet, jep, and jezva. Jezva, or the kezva, I guess you would read in English. This is a special type of pot around here that we make coffee in. So you'd put some coffee grounds in it, and then you pour some hot water over it, and you'd actually make some coffee in that. It's like a little Turkish style coffee pot. It's very interesting. And we call it a jezva. This is jep and jezva. Okay. Fairly simple. Now, when you see these two letters together, make sure to read it as j and not the j. So you wouldn't read the letters individually like djezva or djep. Okay. If you see the D and the j, by the way, the Z with the chevron over it is a j. Put together, they're one letter. So you take the D and you take the j and you put them together, you get the j, which counts as one letter. It is a digraph. It is one letter. Don't read them individually. Read them as one, okay? I'll explain that in a moment. This is the hard j. it's a really hard j sound. Okay, jungle, jet, jade, etc. Now we're going to move on to the soft version, the soft j that we're looking at here. Okay, so we had a j, jungle, jet. Now we have a j. Once again, if you want to see the hard consonants, the hard j, tongue to the roof of your mouth. So j, j, j. So really just put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. If you want to say the soft j, okay, tongue down. Hard consonant, tongue up. Soft consonant, tongue down. So j and j. Once again, I know, very nuanced. The differences are hardly noticeable. Once again, Croatian is among the very, as far as I know, the only language that does this, that it has hard or soft consonants. But they exist just to make our lives harder, of course. I personally think the Croatian language can do without these harder. I think at one point they actually did one to like take away the hard and soft consonants in the Croatian language, so there would just be a hard j and hard ch. But they exist, so we have to know them. And this wouldn't be read as a hard j, like jet, jade, and jungle, but it's more like a j sound, right? J instead of j. J. Too hard. It's not too hard. So once again, I do apologize to all the British folk out there. I'm going to try my best to put on a British accent, but there are no true examples in the English language that make the j sound. There is an example in British English. So in American English, they would say, he was called the Duke of Wellington. Duke of Wellington, the general that defeated Napoleon. However, the British would say he was called the Duke of Wellington. I apologize to all the British folk out there, but these are the only examples I can find. Like a true example in the English language, I can't find. So he was called the Duke of Wellington. The British people wouldn't say he was called the Duke of Wellington. He was called the Duke of Wellington. Okay. Yeah, once again, differences are nuanced, and a lot of times you just kind of have to know the word by heart, such as, like we saw, jep or jezva. How to know whether it's a hard or soft j. Well, sometimes you just have to know the word by heart. Isso sepamos. Like I said, if you're a beginner, don't let this scare you. I know this is probably like the only like hard part of the Croatian language, the hard or soft j, or hard or soft ch. If you're a beginner, just read the j. If you see this j that I'm showing here, or this j, just read it as the English j for now. If you're a beginner, if you're more advanced, do try to differentiate more. Once again, if you're having troubles pronouncing the hard ch and soft ch, okay, just remember the examples I gave. So, porch or torch, okay? Just pronounce them as their hard versions because it's probably easier for people to understand if you're a beginner. So you don't go insane. But once you become more advanced, once you've been learning Croatian for a while now, do try to differentiate. But they exist. The hard and soft consonants exist. He was called the Duke of Wellington. And let's take a look at some examples. Once again, much like the soft ch, not too many examples of words in the Croatian language that start with the soft ch, but there are two examples here. So we have javo, meaning the devil. John, meaning sole, like the sole on your shoes. So javo, John. So it's not javo, John. I didn't pronounce it like that. So it's javo, John. Okay, my throat is getting a little dry. Oh, that's better. So javo, John, not javo, John. Okay. And those were the two hard and soft consonants. Whew, just like that. The rest of the letters are much easier. So for the rest of the webinar is going to be a lot more chill. We have our second vowel here, e. E. Pronounce it as e. Slovo e. Can be longer or shorter depending on the word. Okay. Should be fairly easy. Etiqueta. Etiqueta, meaning label, like the ones you would see on, a price tag. Etiqueta. Or element. You can guess what that means in English. So etiqueta element. It means element, like the periodic table of elements. Notice how I'm pronouncing the first word here. Etiqueta. The first one is a short E. Second one is a longer E. No way to know for sure. It just is. Etiqueta. Element. All three of these were short E's. Element. So it wouldn't be element. That would be an example if all of them were, longer vowels, but it's element. So shorter vowels. Etiqueta, element. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, depends on the word. Just the way it is. All right. That was the second vowel. Moving on here. F. F. It's read much like the F in the English word fox or fort. That's it. Nothing to it much. It's getting a lot easier, isn't it? So we have feñer, meaning lantern. Fotella. That means specifically an armchair. So feñer, fotella. F. Much like in English. Nothing to it, really. Okay. Moving on here. We're going to get a little, moving it right along since it took me a while to explain the hard and soft consonants, but the rest are just really, really simple. Yeah. So we have Slovo G. Notice how I'm pronouncing it, G. How I'm pronouncing it is how you always pronounce it in Croatian. There are no exceptions. So it's G, G, G. That's it. Now you know how to pronounce the letter G or Slovo G in Croatian. And some examples here. Glina. Notice how I'm just taking all the letters and just smashing them together. That's how you pronounce Croatian. Glina, meaning clay. Or guska, meaning goose. Or gra, there you go. Amina. Guska. Notice how you pronounce the G in English, goose. Same way how you pronounce it in Croatian, guska, glina. There you go. No exceptions. It's always read as a G, just like that. Simple. All right, moving along here, we have Slovo H. Notice how I'm pronouncing it, H. Much like the H in helicopter or hamburger. H. That's the one, it's coming from your throat. H. That's the H you're looking for. Hrvatska. Just like that. Hrvatska. That's actually how you say Croatia in Croatian. Hrvatska. Remember to roll the R's. Hrvatska. And we have hotel. In English, it's hotel. Croatian, hotel. Sounds almost the same. Hotel, English. Croatian, hotel. Hrabrost. There you go, Amina. Did I say Amina? Sorry. Amina. Hvala. There you go. Just like that. Now you all are getting it. I like that. Third vowel here, E. E. I know it sounds like the English E, like E, but in Croatian, that's how we read the I, like the English E. E. Can be longer, can be shorter. E. Okay. Let's take a look at some examples here. Igla. Meaning needle. Igla. So it sounds a lot more like the English E, but in Croatian, the I is read more like the E. So igla, iskra. Igla, iskra. So spark, needle. There you go. Just like that. Slovo I can be longer or shorter. Once again, igla I iskra. Why do I have problems saying that word? Iskra means spark. Or another example here, prije has an I in it. Prije. All right. Igla iskra. Interesanta. There you go. Mobitel, like I have here, mobitel, mobitel. Okay, igla iskra, just like that. We have slovo y. The J in Croatian is not read like the J in English, like the J sound. That is actually reserved for the hard J and soft J. Okay, as we saw, this is actually read more similar like the Y in English. Okay. Like words in try or yield. That's the kind of y sound you're going for. That's the y in Croatian. Okay, so don't confuse it for like the English j sound. Right. So we have words such as jastuk, jako dobro, joj. Good examples. Jakna. Notice in English it's jacket, like with a hard j, but in Croatian jakna. Imagine a Y was there if you're having trouble pronouncing the Croatian J. Jaje. There you go. Jastuk, jakna, jacket, pillow. Okay? And it's always read as Jovorani. Ja. Juventus, as we say around here. Jabuka. There you go. Y'all get it. Yeah, y'all get it. See, Croatian is easy pronunciation wise. Y'all are getting it. Yeah, that's plural. Very good. Yeah, singular. Yeah, plural. Nothing to it. So once again, I explained that the C is C in Croatian. The K is always K in Croatian. That's the K sound we're looking for, right? Some examples here are kutija, kutija, box, or kuka. I like that word, kuka, meaning hook. Kuka, hook. Just any hook, not like a fishing hook specifically. It's just kuka, hook. Kruh. There you go. Best chat ever, by the way. Giving me more examples. Krpa. There you go. K. Thank you, Amina. I'm just being so flattered. I'm like being love bombed by you all. It's like pretty awesome. Y'all are the best. Best community ever, without a doubt. Kutia, kuka. There you go. Kost, kosta. There you go. K, k. Everybody say it with me. K. Kupus. Love me some kupus. Cabbage. Koliko košta instead of kako košta. Koliko košta. Just like that. And you always read it as a k. No exceptions. Moving right along here. L. Kako ste. Koliko. Kosti. All of that works. So we have L. It's read much like the L in the L in English, like in words such as love or low or let. L. That's the sound we're looking for. Much like in words such as lutka. Lutka. There's the k sound again. Lutka. Or labud. Labud. Luster. There you go. Lutka. Labud. Nothing to it. Much like the L in lion. L. That's the sound you're going for. And it's always L, no exceptions. Limon. There you go. Ludi. Look. Exactly. Yeah, you all get it. Perfect. Ah, getting a little tougher here. This is y. Somebody's revving their engine. This is y. Listen closely there. Y. This is also a digraph. It's just one letter, by the way. It's made up of an L and a Y. You wouldn't read it ever as L-Y. So it's Lyubov, not Lyubov. Lyubov. Now, this one might confuse a, some folk out there, especially if their main language is English, because there isn't really a true example of how to properly pronounce this in the English language. You wouldn't really find words with y. Maybe some foreign languages have it, like in Spanish, you would read the city name of Sevilla as Sevilla, or Italians would say gli ragazzi. Okay, yeah, Lyubov. That's probably the most well-known one. Lyubavi. So I'm trying to think of an example here. Maybe some people with certain accents would read the words in English million and billion as million and billion. That's the only thing I can think of. So unfortunately, no true example in the English language. This one's kind of tricky. Liliana. Yeah. Or just Lilian, meaning lily in English. But let's take a look at some examples here regardless. Lyubav. Lyubav, love. Ljupkost. Ljupkost, cuteness. Ljupkost. Ljubljana. Exactly. Yeah. Once again, sometimes people have trouble with this one if they're beginners in the Croatian language because there isn't really a true example of it in the English language. But do try to make it sound out. Yeah. Do you pronounce the L letter? Not really. It would be like Lia if you want to pronounce the L letter. It's yeah, it's its own letter. I know like it being made up of two letters makes it seem like it would be pronounced in a certain way, but no, it's think of it as its own letter. So yeah. You have to think of it as one letter, basically. Yud, exactly, meaning people. Okay, so do practice this one a little bit more. You're probably going to have to practice this one a little bit more, but you have to move on regardless. M, much like in the words make or mad or mix, that's the M sound we need, like the M sound in English. That's how you always read it in Croatian. So, like the word maimun, maimun, meaning monkey. Notice how I pronounce monkey. Well, take that M sound and use it in Croatian. Maimun, monkey, maimun, monkey. Just like that. Or maramitsa, maramitsa, meaning handkerchief. Handkerchief. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So maimun, maramitsa, monkey and handkerchief. Maimun, maramitsa. Okay. Simple as that. Moving on. N, the N sound. Much like in the words such as nine or night or nice, that's the N sound you're looking for. Simple as that. So we have examples such as noj, noj, no. All right, meaning knife. Novine, newspaper. Novine, newspaper. Notice the N sound in newspaper, n, newspaper. Same N sound in Croatian, novine. Noj, novine. Simple as that. All right, moving right along here. We have our final digraph here. This is ny. Once again, this is technically one letter. It's one letter. I know it looks like it's ny. No, it's ny. Ny. And luckily for us, there are some examples in the English language where words make this sound. So notice the ni in the word minion. Okay, minion. Hear that ny sound? Or like an Italian city is not like salami, but like Italian cities, this would be pronounced as Bologna. Bologna, like the GN sound makes in a lot of other languages. That's the ny sound. Or like if people know some Spanish, you know that N with the whole like wave above it, like in niño, el niño. That's the ny sound you're looking for. So it does exist in English. Niemachka, perfect. 10 points to Gryffindor. So niemachka, we have some other examples here. Nihalo, this is an interesting word. Nihalo. Probably a lot of people don't know this word in Croatian. I believe that N exists in Spanish. It doesn't exist in English, I don't think. So nihalo, pendulum, like you would see on a clock, pendulum, or like Newton's cradle. I guess that would also, I think also call that nihalo in Croatian. We have njiva. If that's Portuguese, I don't understand it, sorry. So we have njiva, field, nj. We have nihalo, pendulum. Njiva, nihalo. Much like Spanish words, El Nino, or an English word such as minion. There you go. Okay, I haven't crashed again. That's nice. Moving right along here. O. Okay. O. Can be longer, can be shorter. Let's take a look at some examples. Olovka or otok. Olovka. Notice the first one's shorter, the second one's longer. Olovka, pencil, otok, island. So otok, both of them are short. Olovka. The first O is shorter, the second O is longer. Olovka, otok. Okay? Can be longer, can be shorter. Now, opasno, exactly, Amina. And this is probably going to be the last poll I run here. just to make sure everybody was paying attention. I usually run these like polls or these questions just to make sure everybody's paying attention here. But this one's also kind of little tricky, but I'm going to go ahead and publish it. How many digraphs are there in Croatian? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Digraphs. What are digraphs again? Think about it. Think about it before you actually answer. Those are 2 letters that make up 1 letter. How many examples are there in Croatian where there's seemingly 2 letters, but they're technically 1 letter? I'll give you one. Remember the hard j sound, the D and the j? How many more? Okay, so there's more than 1, obviously. I gave away that answer. 2, 3, or 4? Think about it. Think about it. We have j. How many other letters in Croatian are made up of 2 letters? I gave one, the hard j. There are more letters that are made up of more than 1 letter. I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but it's just how Croatian works. All right. Interesting. Okay. And I ended the poll there. The correct answer is 3. So I gave 1, the hard j. We have y, L, and J, and we have ny, N, and J. There are 3 digraphs in the Croatian language. Okay. That's probably going to be the last poll I run. Technically, that's the correct answer, Luis. So we're going to move right along here since we're running short on time. So we have slovo p. P. It's read like the P in many English words such as pants or Japan, Japan, for example. That's exactly how you read the P in Croatian. And words such as papir, paper, prozor, window, papir, paper. Notice that papir in Croatian, in English, paper. It's the same sound. Papir, paper. Prozor, window. All right? Simple as that. Moving right along here, remember, this R is a rolling R in Croatian. Okay? So this is R. So do roll the R. R. Just think about, when you were a kid and you were playing, guns with your friends, and you would have a machine gun, you'd be like, R. That's the kind of R rolling R you're looking for. Okay, so in English, we have a rhotic R. So in English, it would be farmer. That's like the rhotic R. It sounds like there's a W in front of the R. Farmer or rolling. Well, in Croatian, it's R instead of R. So R. So if you know Spanish or Italian, you should know how to properly pronounce the R. Ruka, exactly. Ružica. I have some examples too, guys. By the way, I didn't read that, but can sometimes be considered a vowel. Like in the words rog. Rog, meaning horn. Notice the R in horn. Look at that, horn. In Croatian, rog. Rog. Rija. Or rt. Check out this word, which means cape, like a geographic cape. Like think Cape Town in South Africa, because it's near a geographic cape. In Croatian, it's rt. Just like that. Try pronouncing that. Rt. Just RT. Rt. Where's the vowel, you say? Well, the R is the vowel. Also, other examples could be smrt, meaning death, vrt, meaning garden, rijeka, correct, Elena? Or Elena, I guess, if you're Croatian. Exactly. Remember to roll the R. Rođendan, exactly. Love it. Love how you guys are helping me out here with examples too. And then we have S. Slovo S. It's right exactly like the S is in English. So in words such as press, or pass, or sap, or slow, it's the same sound, basically. Rtgrad, exactly. I mean, we have some examples here. Stolica. Stolica. It sounds kind of similar like the C in Croatian, but it's read like a S instead of a T. Stolica, sol, exactly. Stolica, chair, or sveska, notebook. Smrdi, exactly. That's a good example because, it shows how the R can be used in Croatian. Stol, exactly. Solana. So stol would be table, sol would be salt in Croatian. Smrdi would mean like it stinks in Croatian. All right. Stolica. Again, differentiated from the t sound in Croatian. Stolica. Okay. Sveska. Supa. Slatka. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I love to hear. Moving on here, we have sh. Now, there is no hard or soft version of this sh, which is good news. There's just this sh. Okay, this is the only letter. Like, there is no soft sh. I believe Montenegrin wanted to introduce the soft sh. What we're seeing here, a soft version of this letter, or was it like a soft version of j? I can't recall. Luckily, they didn't. So this is soft sh. It's always read as sh. There is no soft version, luckily. And it's read exactly like the sh sound is in English. So in words such as shore, shake, shine, sh, sh, sh. Shunka, shibenig, there we go. Shall. I have some examples too. Sheshir, I like this one. Sheshir, meaning hat. So imagine SH if you're having trouble pronouncing this. You shouldn't have trouble pronouncing this though. But if you are having trouble, think of the SH. Try to replace the sh with an SH in English, and then that's how you would pronounce it. Sheshir, hat. Shibice, matches. Shibice. Shecher. Sasha, exactly. Sheshir, Shibice. There you go. Nothing to it, really. Then we have t, read exactly like the T in English in words such as tallow or time or take. T, t. That's the t you're looking for. And it's always read as t. So in words such as tractor, 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 and torta, torta, roll the R, torta, tractor, not tractor, tractor. In English, it's tractor. Tata, that's a good one. Tata meaning dad in Croatian. Traktor, torta. So tractor and cake. That cake looks good. Traktor, torta. Torba, exactly. Okay, I think you get it. Simple as that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay? And it's always read as an ooh. Sometimes it can be longer or shorter, though. I think I have some examples here of longer and shorter ooh. So we have ubrus, ubrus, meaning a napkin. Ubrus, napkin. Notice the first U and the second U in this word. And we also have ulje, that's oil. Ulje, by the way, is specifically cooking oil. And if we're talking about like crude oil in Croatian, it would be nafta. So only say ulje if you're referring to cooking oil in Croatian. Usta, ujak, there you go, upomoć. Ubrus, ubrus. So the first one was longer, the second one was shorter. Ubrus, ubrus. Okay, ulaz, exactly. Ubrus, ulje. Remember the lj, ulje, oil. Okay. We're nearing the end here. V, read much like the V in certain English words such as vet or vice or I'm blacking out here. Or vat, for example. That's the V sound you're looking for. I don't hold face-to-face classes at the moment, Alexandra. So I have words such as vrata, meaning door, and volan, meaning steering wheel. Volinte, exactly. Vuk, meaning wolf. Volinte would mean I love you. Vuk, više, vrata, exactly, perfect, love it. You guys are just the best. Vrata, volan. See, much like the V sound in English. Vet, vat, vrata, volan. Just like that. Simple. And now we have the Z. Notice how we jump from V to Z. That's because there is no W, X, and Y in Croatian. Those letters do not exist at all. Z. Olive oil, maslinovo ulje. Maslinovo ulje. Motor oil, mrko ulje, I'm pretty sure. Mrko ulje, yeah. Because it's like a crude oil. Olive oil would be maslinovo ulje. Maslina, that would be an olive. Okay. Zebra, zub, exactly. It's read like the Z in many English words, such as zebra or Zelda, like in The Legend of Zelda, zesty, zany. You get it. You get it. It's exactly like that in Croatian. So we have two examples here. Oh, the second example here, zvono. Zvono, meaning bell. Zvono. Notice how I'm just smashing all the letters together. Zvono. Zalazak, sunce, exactly. Zima, zub. Try pronouncing this one, which means whistle in Croatian. Zviždaljka. Zviždaljka. Go ahead, try pronouncing that one. Zvono, bell. Zviždaljka, whistle. We're pronouncing the first letter here, zviždaljka. Notice how I'm pronouncing in Croatian zvij. I'm reading every single letter individually. Zviždaljka. Zviždaljka. Okay? Zvono. Zvono. That's how you read in Croatian. Read each letter individually, just smash them together. That's basically it. Zvono. Zviždaljka. Remember, no exceptions here besides the vowel. Sometimes can be longer or shorter. But every other letter is read the exact same every single time. I'll have to see about next class, Christine. Yeah, I'll have to see when I'll hold the next class. But zvono, zviždaljka. And we've made it to the end, my friends. The last letter in the Croatian language, slovo ž. Luckily, there's only ž. There's no hard or soft version, like with č or j. Okay? So, to read this ž, sometimes the S makes this sound in the English language in words such as measure. Listen up. Measure. Fissure. Treasure. Okay, try to isolate that sound that the S makes here. Measure, fissure, treasure. J. That's the J you're looking for. Take a look at some examples here. Žlica. Žlica, meaning spoon in Croatian. Žlica. Okay? Željezo, meaning iron in Croatian. Žlica, željezo. Žlica, željezo. Živjeli. There you go. Živjeli. There you go. Županija. That's also because Croatians, is divided up into županija, montaža. There you go. There you go. Think of the word collage in English, and we say collage in Croatian. That's the sound you're looking for. All right, then. I think we made it to the end here, and for all those who stuck with me tonight, for being there all the way up until the end, like I promised, there will be a special gift for you all. A lot have been contacting me about it, about how I present the Croatian language to other people. And I always say I don't hold one-to-ones, but I do have Croatian courses, as a matter of fact. Now, the Croatian courses, I have a beginner and intermediate course, and I also do bundles as well. Usually registrations are closed for a long time, but since you all came out here and stuck with me till the end and through all the crashes that I was going through, I am going to, as a matter of fact, offer you all a special, only for you guys, a special offer to join my Croatian Master Courses bundle for $100.